want to tell them what happened?
Yeah.
Say it all started out as a normal day. Guys, something tragic happened, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know what happened.
Yeah.
And to me, it's tragic. To others, you're probably like, it's totally fine. What's the big deal? You're dramatic. I've had a lot of people tell me, you're being over dramatic, Danielle. This changes things for the next 5 years of Carter's life. So,
Bye-bye. Sweet morning. Bye.
life is crazy and can change at any moment in time. Like, you could literally just make one move and it could change so much of your life. I mean, I've known this, but like when it doesn't, you don't realize it until it actually happens to you, or you actually say like, dang, if I would have just done this one thing differently, like for 1 second, things would be different. Let me show you guys what I did film that day. Watch out, don't bang your face. Show me how strong you are. Wow!
Hi.
You want to go higher? I got you. Don't be nervous. I'm not going to let you fall. So we were just having a great time at the park, and then we went to Chick-fil-A. Then after Chick-fil-A, I was like, oh, I need to go into Aldi, which is a grocery store right across the street from Chick-fil-A. So we go to the grocery store, all of us go inside. We're inside for maybe I had 3 items in the cart. So we turn a corner and I turn around and I tell my husband, okay, you're in charge of the kids. I'm gonna shop. So you make sure everybody's doing what they need to do, under control, not being bad in the store. Not even 5 seconds later, all of a sudden Carter runs, falls, and hits his face on the floor, which is like a normal thing. Like, he's done that so many times. If you guys have little ones, you know your kids just get hurt. Like, they run, they're learning how to run, they're learning their balance. They're not good at it yet. Like with my older son, he busted his chin 3 times. And every time he would start running, I would be like, oh my God, stop running, you're gonna fall. And he'd be on the ground. So, kids get hurt. That happens. It's unavoidable. So he hits the floor, he starts screaming, right? Jonathan picks him up. As soon as he picks him up and pulls him up, something hits the floor. And I looked back at Jonathan, and I looked at the floor, and I was probably 5 feet away from what was going on. And I just knew. I said, oh my God, I think his tooth just fell out. So I walk over, pick up the tooth, and it's this long. It's the entire tooth. I pick it up and I'm looking at it, I'm feeling it, looking at it. I'm like, yeah, that's his freaking tooth. So I said lots of bad words, and I'm like, at this point, I'm crying with Carter. We go into the bathroom, we get all the blood off. We're looking to see what tooth it is. I look at the tooth and it's really big. So I'm like, oh, this is his front tooth, guys. His front tooth. So I look at the tooth, looking at his mouth, and Jonathan's like, yeah, it's his front tooth. I was so sad. I was telling all my best friends about it, and I'm like crying. I'm depressed. I'm like researching if we can get like a fake tooth put in. Meanwhile, I was 100% concerned about Carter. Like, I'm making sure he wasn't, really hurt. Carter's in a mood today, guys. I just can't with him. He's like woke up and asked me for 700 things by like 5 minutes of him being awake. He has like a huge busted lip, so his lip is busted. His tooth is knocked out. So I'm just making sure like he doesn't need stitches on his lips, like how bad it is. I'm like, we need to go to the hospital. My husband's like, I don't think they're gonna do anything for like a missing tooth. I'm like, well, what if his lips busted? So it was not like, it did not need stitches. It was like the smallest bust compared. Like, I'm so surprised his tooth fell out. I'm so surprised. Like, I don't even know how to talk about it. It definitely could have been worse. Like, I was reading some horror stories about the tooth, like when it knocks out, like kids inhale it or they choke on it, or like your tooth could come through your front lip. So the situation was really good for the most part. I know it's weird to say. So it could have been a lot worse, and I'm so thankful that it wasn't. We went to the dentist, and I'm all like, what are we gonna do about this issue? They're like, this happens a lot more than you think it happens, Mama, so just relax, like, he's gonna be fine. Let's take some x-rays, make sure like there's no nerve damage up here, like in his gum, or like damage to his adult tooth. So they take x-rays. Like, this was Carter's first time in the dentist. His first time in the dentist, and he's going because he knocked out his front tooth. It was just a hot mess. So they do the x-rays, and then they do like a full cleaning on him. He was pretty good. I mean, we had to hold him down a couple times. He's fine. Like, there's zero nerve damage. The doctor said that it was a clean knockout. Like, the best knockout that he's seen. Like, the tooth didn't break. There was no remaining tooth inside. There was no nerve damage. There's no damage to his adult tooth. So, basically, Carter's missing his front tooth. Show him. Can you say cheese? The good thing is when he smiles a lot, it's usually just the bottom teeth that are showing. So I'm kind of thankful that the bottom teeth didn't come out. Oh, look, can you see? Dun, dun, dun. So now he looks like a 5-year-old. Like, he literally talks like a 5-year-old to me. Like, we have conversations as if he's 5. And then the fact that he doesn't have a front tooth, I'm like, wow, you're just such a big boy. So I was telling him that he's going to be the coolest kid in his class with no front tooth. He's already going to have lost his tooth when he goes to school. And the kids are going to be so jealous. Yeah, because we want to make it not a sad situation for him. I don't want him to be sad about it. There's no reason he should be sad. But he's all better now, right? Are you all better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. His lips went down.
Mommy,
Yeah.
come out for to play me.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's okay. Your gums are okay. Let me see. Let me check them out. Yeah, they look fine. So his teeth will be fine. They're not going to move out of place. He's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. And it was the best situation it could have been, if that makes any sense. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned because we are about to make some cupcakes. So I'm going to post that vlog like very shortly after this one.